Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Edwin.
And I'm Joseph.
And this is
Edwin and Joseph Talks.
So, you want to explain to them all this goodness?
Alright, so one of the favorite places Edwin and I like to go to is 99 Ranch. It's an Asian market not too far from here. Now, one of the times when we went there, they have like a whole wall of instant ramen. They actually have fresh ramens too.
Just ramen, just different
noodles everywhere. But we had talked about doing an episode where we eat ramen. More than just eating it, we're going to kind of rate what we think is the best one out of these 8. This is going to be a 2-part episode. So we're going to do 4. And the next episode, we're going to do 4. We bought these pretty much at random.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of walked down the aisle, and we kind of like tried to find something that sounded weird, something spicy, regular. Just kind of looking for different flavors, see what we like, what we don't like, and I mean, some of them I've never even heard of on the flavors.
Now, we'll probably do another episode or a few more episodes down the line.
Like we said, there's ramen just everywhere.
Doing the same thing because we're trying to budget. Now, this stuff isn't necessarily expensive, but a few of these bowls, I believe like this one, and we have the one right here, cost around $5. Some of them cost a little bit more.
Yeah, these aren't your 24-cent little packs of ramen that you get at like Stater Brothers or Walmart.
Yeah, and even if they are cheaper, I believe this one right here is a little bit cheaper. It's still a lot different from what you would get at just Walmart, Stater Brothers, for
Kroger.
Midwest, Kroger, Hy-Vee, stuff like that. So, with that, you want to pick the first one?
You let me pick it?
Yeah, I'll let you pick it.
Let's try. Oh, and our utensils. We got the chopsticks. And we got these really cool, like, little forks that some of them came with where you can... That's pretty cool.
Snap together, ready to go. Do you remember which ones came with them?
I want to say it was actually these two.
Okay.
Yeah, the taller cups I think are the ones that came with the forks in it.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
So the Shin Black and I believe is the Tom Yum. Yeah, the shrimp creamy Tom Yum.
Yeah. So there's certain packs that if you're not used to getting some of these ramens, will have a little trouble for it. We will go with. I usually don't eat my noodles traditionally with chopsticks, but for the video, we're going to go ahead and do that.
Alright, so honestly, I want to try the spicy Japanese ramen first, the miso tonkotsu.
Let's see. We'll show them the label here. So this is by Menraku, Japanese ramen. It says spicy miso tonkotsu. I'm butchering this really bad.
Well, so the thing is like some of these labels do have English writing, but some of them are in, whether it's Japan or Korea, wherever they come from, it's in their language as well. So I mean, some of the ingredients and stuff, we don't know what we're eating on some of this. So.
Mm-hmm. So it says authentic ramen soup. We'll find out. I know it's one of our spicy ones that we got, so...
I'll let you have the first bite.
Oh, sure. We should have got like a little bowl.
Should have.
Ooh, big bite.
It's hot.
Yeah, I don't want to go for all of that. We'll see why I said we should have got a little bowl.
Yeah.
Let me go grab one while you do that. Now this one, it does have a spice to it. This one's really good. I like that.
The spice is good, but it kind of goes away a little quicker.
We're gonna get a little bit more. It has a sweetness to it. It has a spice. This one's creamy. It's got a creaminess with it.
You know what I did notice is there's not a whole lot of vegetables like they usually bring.
Yeah, this one it doesn't. So it's pretty much your seasoning in your packet. Shit, still failing.
Is this one made with like a peanut oil or does it say anything like that on the label? Because it does have a little bit of a different taste to the noodles.
It does taste like it would have like a peanut noodle in it. Let me check the bowl here. Oh, it's got buckwheat. I don't know if that. I think we're just tasting like soybean oils. It doesn't say nothing about peanuts.
I mean, it's good though.
It's a good ramen. It doesn't have like the vegetables and everything like some of the other ones probably would. This is probably good like middle ramen. All right. For the sake of just eating it fairly quickly, I'm going to switch to a little fork so you guys don't have to see me try to noodle this the whole time.
And as always, we're not sponsored by the beer.
None of this is sponsored. Not by any company, not by 99 Ranch, the beer, or the ramen we're eating. So, second one, kind of want to go with this one right here.
Soy sauce.
Yeah, so this is the Sapporo Ichiban Japanese style noodle. 5 kinds of vegetables. This is 0 grams of trans fat. Soy sauce flavor.
Now, this is not something you want to do on a regular basis is eat this much ramen because the sodium intake on it is terrible.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Ramen fact.
let me give you a ramen fact. It would only cost about $140 a year to eat ramen for every meal. At around 13 cents per package, ramen could theoretically sustain you for 365 days straight at a cost of only $142.35. And then it says hashtag math. Just in case.
So ramen I know is very cheap to produce. Also very cheap to buy. That's why college students love ramen.
That's why I love ramen. Honestly, I don't really taste a whole lot outside of noodles.
This one has more of a little bit of a sweet. It's like a regular ramen that you would get like a packet of cheap, but a little bit more sweetness. A little bit bigger vegetable. So they do have like good pieces of vegetables in it. Other than that, I would say it's like a typical kind of ramen. You get some with the vegetables, it helps out a little bit. I like the spicy one a little bit more.
So far, yeah.
So I'll put here, some kind of metal. I'll let you pick the next.
Now, I'm kind of curious about this one, even though we did say it kind of smells like your basic shrimp ramen. But I want to try this lobster flavored one.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Now, this brand you can find, it's Hongxin. You can find this at regular grocery stores, your big chains like Walmart, Stater Brothers, stuff like that. Um, Except this one's a lobster flavor, savory. Me and Edwin were talking. It's probably going to taste like almost like a shrimp base, but a little bit sweeter. But you can find these at a generic store. You don't have to go just to Asian store to find that.
Maybe the lobster flavor specifically, though. I don't think I've seen the lobster flavor at like a grocery store. Excuse me.
Again, this is a typical kind of instant ramen. Has like maybe a piece of carrot, maybe some parsley mixed in with it, but pretty basic.
Huh.
I want to taste some of the sauce real quick. Taste the sauce.
Like just the drink?
Yeah, just take a sip of the sauce.
So yeah, it tastes more like if it's the shrimp flavor that I'm used to, it's stronger,
Yeah.
but it kind of tastes a little bit more like an imitation crab meat kind of flavor.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
I mean, it's not bad.
So if you have the imitation crab, kind of has that flavor to it. It's not spicy, but it has a little bit of a spice to it. It's a good spice.
I think there's a piece of imitation crab meat right there.
Well, it's probably if it has lobster, that's probably the only amount of lobster you really want to get. Which
Tastes like the shrimp.
pretty much, I mean,
That
did
one
I
was
steal
probably
the only piece?
probably, but I mean that's what like $1 or something. So
Yeah.
you can't expect to get like a nice little hunk of lobster in there.
Yeah, just
For what you pay, it's actually not a bad flavor.
yeah, I would definitely.
I'd eat it.
If I had it at my local Walmart, I'd probably buy it all the time. Just get it. Where would you rank it on among these ones?
So I still like this one better just because of the spiciness to it.
Okay.
Then I would do the lobster and then the soy
I
sauce.
agree on that one. Okay. The lobster. I want to go with this one. And the reason why I want to go with this one is because these four had a lot of potential on what we've seen. So I'm going to kind of go with this, and then we'll do the other ones.
Before you take a bite, the
Ramen
first,
fact.
the first instant ramen was considered a luxury item. Ramen wasn't always dirt cheap. In fact, when it was introduced to Japanese supermarkets in 1958, chicken ramen, as invented and named by Momofuku Ando, was 6 times the cost of fresh udon noodles.
Huh.
That's pretty. And one more since we've only got 7 of them for you, and it's going to be a 2-parter, so I'll squeeze one more in real quick.
Okay.
Ramen noodles were the first ever noodles consumed in space. Mr. Ando really outdid himself here. His parting gift to mankind was the Space Ram, a vacuum-packed ramen with smaller noodles and a thicker broth. Japanese astronauts Soichi Noguchi, I hope I said that right, feasted upon these vac-packed instant noodles while aboard the Discovery space shuttle.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we have another Sapporo brand, Sapporo Ichiban. Again, 5 kinds of vegetables. This is a miso ramen, soybean paste flavor. And that's what it looks like. So we'll go ahead and try this. I do like with these brands, even though that one's kind of, the soy sauce is a soybean, I like that there's actual good chunks of vegetables in it. That's kind of nice.
Well, that's why I like getting the ramen from this place.
Okay, I'm trying to get some vegetable without trying to make a mess here. That's not happening.
What furniture wipes are for.
Again, I ain't gonna wait. The Sapporo Ichiban honestly has like, tastes like a standard ramen noodle. Like, even though they got the big chunks of like vegetables in there.
There's like a spike of flavor that wants to kick in, but then it kind of goes away.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to remember how much these ones cost.
I want to say these were like around the 130, 149 range. Which, I mean, like you said, there's not really a whole lot of flavor outside of like just the ramen actual noodle taste.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this one probably at the end.
Yeah.
It really just tastes like a standard packet of ramen that you'd get almost anywhere. Other difference is it has some bigger pieces of vegetable in it.
It's like you made the ramen, but you didn't want to put the flavor back in.
Yeah. Let's see that. So for kind of round one, we're going to rate. We have the Japanese ramen, spicy miso, kind of tankutsuso or tanku.
It's spicy Japanese.
It's backwards right here, so I'm really. But yeah, that one we're gonna put
the lobster.
The lobster one next, just because it had a nice broth to it. These ones really just tasted like a standard everyday ramen. There was more substance to it with the vegetables in it. When we come back, we will do
the last 4.
These last 4, which we're more excited about these 4. So I think that's kind of how we subconsciously did them last.
And I will have some more ramen facts.
We'll have some more ramen facts for you. And with that, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you next time.